Bonjour mes amis! The Love is Blind France finale is here, and with how messy this season has been...
You showed me your 6 exes scrolling through all their filtered pictures with their asses, their boobs, looking like whores.
Even if my daughter wants this, I'll say no, and if I say no, it won't happen.
Well, yeah, it's been 3 days,
But
so
now,
make a decision
that's it.
already,
I've
Thomas.
made my decision, but you
Well,
want
yeah.
to keep going so you can wear a dress.
I'm wondering if we're even gonna get one marriage at the end of this thing. So here we are at the final 2 episodes, and by the way, if you haven't, make sure to check out all my previous videos on the series to catch up. But where things last left off, Tatiana here had announced during the wedding dress shopping that she wasn't going to be trying a dress on. No, she's decided that her and Yannick are done. There have been too many arguments, and she's looking to find someone who helps her ease her daily load, not add to it. Now, Yannick eventually hears about this and gives her a call, but she's not responding to his texts. Not to mention, they had previously had an appointment to meet up with a notary to sign the prenup finally, and...
I would have signed. It was comforting to know that it would protect both of us. The problem is, she came 2 hours late. So I told her, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, how dare someone show up late or not arrive at all to an important appointment that you made? That's where he draws the line.
Flashback.
There's no need to stress. We can reschedule a session for tomorrow, or the next day, or next week, or whatever.
But I'm already here, and the guy already set everything up, so it's, kind of embarrassing.
End of flashback.
Well, these two do eventually meet up, where Yannick says he was going to sign that prenup, and Tatiana says it felt like they were having to force things, and you shouldn't have to feel that way with the person you're going to marry. At which point, things descend into more yelling and bickering, and Yannick calls her phone call with him and hanging up on him disrespectful. Well, she says the reason she hung up was because he was being disrespectful.
We're going in circles, discussing the same issues all night.
All
I
good.
won't marry you.
All good.
I knew I wasn't going to marry
You know,
you.
it's a shame.
Because no,
It's a
stop
shame.
it. It's a shame,
We're
but
having
see,
a discussion.
you're exhausting. I don't want to discuss it with you, Yannick.
Stop yelling. Why are you
not.
yelling?
So that's one more couple down for the count, although I guess Cynthia and Jonathan might be back on, I'm not sure. The show doesn't actually follow them beyond their last meeting at the pod mixer. But as for our other couples, well, Julie and Charles seem to be skipping a few steps and going straight to shopping for kids' clothes, while Thomas, as for his kid, he's decided he's not going to be introducing her to Kim.
I won't introduce Kim to Charlie before getting married, because my daughter's as sensitive as me, and she'd get attached.
Isn't that a good thing? I mean, don't you need to see how your kid and your potential spouse are going to interact? Not gonna lie, I'm a little sus on this one, cause putting myself in his shoes, the only reason I wouldn't want my kid to get attached is if I was going to say no at the altar. Cause it would certainly be a lot harder to do that if your kid loved the person. Meanwhile, Sabrina, she's trying to show Von Me that she can give him space and not be possessive. She's letting him go out on the town and not come back that night for a birthday party, even though she's got nothing else to do and would have loved to have come as his +1.
You're going all out. Nice white shirt, fancy pants. He's all dressed up. He's probably going to get hit on.
Hey, we can't be perfect on the possessiveness. It's a process, people. And Chloe? Well, she's also giving Alex some space as he's headed out for a few days to think. As Chloe has told him, I love you, but he hasn't said it back. So Alex is off to process, and Chloe doesn't want to add more pressure for him, so she's giving him his space. Now Alex eventually returns, and this is where his head is at.
I still don't have the feelings that lead to marriage.
But Chloe continues to say she's not going to rush him. And then Alex goes into this thing about his dream of moving into the mountains and how he gave that up because his ex wanted a job or something. It was a bit confusing to me. I wonder if the translation was a bit off on this one, cause to me it sounded like he wanted to go and live like...
Day one, I'm in the interior of the vast Pennsylvania wilderness. I've brought with me only the bare essentials. It's hot today. The sun is in the 2/3 easterly quadrant, which would make it about 2 o'clock.
But I don't know, maybe he just meant living in a town near the mountains instead of in Paris.
Are you telling me that you want to stop because you want to go to the mountains and I don't?
So Alex says not necessarily, and Chloe goes, you know what? I can move. I'm a substitute teacher, and they need a lot of those in the mountains. I mean, the literacy level for Bigfoots is at an all-time low.
Actually, I'm really flexible. I'm a substitute now, so I think I could easily find work wherever I go. I do like Paris, but I like getting out of it too, you know? I can move anywhere.
And Alex is kind of floored. She didn't get mad or turn down the idea. She was willing to change her life for him.
She actually listened to me. She understood where I was coming from. She really cares about me, about my happiness and my well-being. It's comforting.
Now moving on to Charles and Julie, these two do have a fight before their wedding day, and it revolves around Charles feeling like Julie doesn't pull her weight with things like the house chores. And Julie feels like Charles is nitpicking things that are not a big deal or are normal to fight over.
You need to stop believing that everything's perfect, yada yada, because if we go through things that are much harder than this, I want to know if we're ready to fight for us. I need to feel safe.
I'm here with you, Ju. We're serious about marriage.
You haven't said yes yet.
I love you right now, Ju.
Well, after this, these two make up, but Charles says he still needs to be sure that all the practical things in their life are set. Then, as for Von Mi, after his time away and seeing Sabrina let go of that possessiveness a bit, he tells her that he loves her. And well, we then rush through the Bachelor and Bachelorette parties to finally get to the first wedding. This one is going to be for Chloe and Alex. Now, if I've learned anything watching so many seasons from this franchise, it's that the first wedding is often a yes. Then they throw the no's in the middle. But Alex, he still hasn't said I love you yet, so I won't lie, I was watching like...
Oh, this does not look good.
There are a lot of questions running through my head. I care about her a lot, and she's exceptional, but is that enough?
However, Alex says he's had an epiphany, a moment of clarity that's helped him reach his decision. So when it comes time to say their I do's, Chloe is naturally all in, and Alex, he's certainly nervous about this.
Well, Chloe.
Are you okay?
Yes.
It's okay.
Oh, this does not look good.
Do you agree to take Chloe as your wife?
Yes, I do.
Wow, he's a yes. Well, alright then. It took him until now, but his epiphany was that he was in love with Chloe.
Like I said, I was hesitating, but then I had a real epiphany. I realized I was in love with you.
So up next is the wedding of Kim and Thomas, and that second wedding spot for these two, yeah, not a good sign as I see it. And yes, as Thomas said, no sign of his daughter at the wedding, which I still find concerning. I mean, Kim brought her dog to the wedding, but no daughter? Well, these two march down the aisle, and when it finally comes time to say their I do's, turns out Kim is the one having doubts. And when she goes first, she says,
No.
So apparently her reasoning was that their differences were too great, and she was also afraid of Thomas's intensity. Not to mention the guy butters his bread in the wrong way, so how could she possibly marry a man like that?
Go on. That's gonna be good.
We also don't get to learn what Thomas's decision was going to be, but with his kid not present, the fact that Kim hadn't even met her, yeah, I think Thomas was going to be a no as well. But right next, we move on to Von Mi and Sabrina's day. Now, Von Mi did freshly say I love you to Sabrina, so maybe there's a possibility here? Nah, who am I kidding? This one doesn't even make it through Von Mi's vows.
I think the foundations of our relationship are solid and sincere, but it still needs to be strengthened even more.
So with these two, things are left at a sort of it's a no for now place, where the idea seems to be that they'll continue to date after the show. But I don't know, with Von Mi saying stuff like this...
Also, we did have arguments that weren't necessarily easy to deal with. She has an explosive temper that scares me.
Oh, this does not look good.
Which leaves us with our final wedding for Charles and Julie. And again, as someone who's watched a lot of this show, I'm thinking this one has to be a yes. Typically, they want to leave every season on a happy note, and with Chloe and Alex already saying yes, if this wedding had actually been a no, I bet they would have put it first and then had Chloe and Alex go last instead. So despite Charles having those little bits of doubt from earlier, they have his Aunt Valerie come in and they talk about Charles's mom, and he goes,
Okay, Valerie. Today I really miss my mom. I would have liked to introduce her to the woman I will share the rest of my life with.
So I guess that pretty much confirms that he's going to say yes and plans on, quote, sharing the rest of his life with her. To show her that...
To show her that Today, I'm a man who wants to rebuild a family.
Imagine he says this and then says no at the altar. That would be diabolical. Well, these two head down that aisle, and here the vows are actually quite beautiful.
And I would like for us to embark on this new phase of eternal love. We're just two big kids who are a little broken. But I know we can build a solid kingdom full of joy.
So I don't even know what we're waiting for on this one. Of course, they both say yes. They even have Charles go first.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Long happy marriage.
And there you have it, 2 I do's for the first season of Love is Blind France. And if that shopping for kids' clothing was any indication, here's Julie's plans for the near future.
How do you see the future now?
With children.
So that's it for this recap of the Love is Blind France Season 1 finale. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until next time, Bachelor Fantake out.
I didn't understand a one word you said.